Hello and welcome everyone. This is Casper here. I'm a talent scout with ASA Network, and we have a great interview for you today. I want to talk with Frederico Bowman. Now, Frederico began his networking career at 17 years old. He was a pioneer in Nu Skin in 1984 and built an international organization of over 10,000 distributors in 6 countries. He sold his position in 2006 and now resides in San Diego, California. Frederico is now master distributor and leader of the Tools Network. That's going to be an exciting company we're going to talk about. And he's a co-creator of the BizPage Pro software application that was launched on December 15, 2010 with over 1,000 reps in the TNT network and growing around the world. So I'm going to bring on Frederico. Are you there?
I'm right here, Casper. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you are very welcome, man. I'm excited about this interview. Can you give us a little bit of background? I know I went into your bio a little bit, but can you expand upon your background and story with us?
Sure, absolutely. I grew up in Salt Lake City, Utah, and was very fortunate to grow up in a family. My father, who passed away about 15, 16 years ago, was an entrepreneur, and he was actually the founder of the uranium mining industry in Moab, Utah, in 1950.
Wow.
And yeah, he created the very first publicly traded uranium mining company in the world called Standard Uranium. It was very, very successful, and so I grew up in a household of entrepreneurs, and then that was a great environment, where my parents supported me and whatever I pretty much was interested in. As a matter of fact, I became a student of the classical guitar when I was 14. I traveled to Madrid, Spain to study classical guitar, and went back more than a dozen times to learn the art of classical guitar. So that was a great education. And then I've always loved network marketing. So along the way, I got involved in network marketing, and in 1984 was going up an escalator. It's a great story. Network marketing is full of great stories, and I was going up an escalator in Salt Lake City. I met the founders of Nu Skin, who were waiting at the top of that escalator for the first guy that
Wow.
came up. They were going to tell them about their new company, and that was me.
Wow. And you were 17 when that happened?
No, I was a little bit older than that. It was I actually got involved in my first company inadvertently through my dentist in Escondido, California, called Meadow Fresh. For those of you that are in network marketing historians and buffs, that was a great company. It was and I didn't even know what I was doing, and I started making all this money, and I was just really a natural at it, probably because of the promotional environment that I grew up. My father was a stockbroker, and was always promoting great ventures and ideas and new companies, and I really liked the idea of having, after I learned what it was, unfortunately, that company went out of business after 9 months because it grew from 0 to $3 million a month in sales in 9 months. They couldn't even keep up with it. But that exposed me to the excitement. When network marketing is done correctly, it's pretty darn exciting. In fact, it's one of the most exciting businesses in the world, bar none.
Right. I agree. So I know you're excited about the Tools Network, so kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Well, thank you very much. The Tools Network is an exciting company, and just to kind of lay a little foundation, I was with Nu Skin for many, many, many years, and it was a phenomenal company. I lived a great lifestyle, but I kind of got bored. I mean, it was a plateauing effect that occurred, and I wanted to do something. I was getting a little bit older. I'm 55 years old, and so I decided the only way to really do that was to sell my organization, and I got a really great price for it. I took a few years off, went golfing every day, playing my guitar, just taking some time and looking in the market. And I have a great friend of mine that I've known. Of course, in our business, it's all about relationships. I mean, that's it, and you try to surround yourself with really great people. Casper, they have a saying that goes, you will become the average of the 5 closest people around you.
Yeah.
And so, for the benefit of those people that are maybe new to the industry or new to this, or just look around you and see if the 5 people around you are very successful, because if they're not, you might want to go look for some successful friends.
Exactly.
And surround yourself with great people, And so Jim Moore is the CEO in Indianapolis of the Tools Network, and he has a tremendous track record in the Internet, not only going way back into the 90s, understanding the Internet, but actually being a true innovator in the Internet, with, again, another company called SkyBiz, which many people know as a viral company that exploded. They put over 2 million websites around the world through this viral tool called the Fireball Disk. And what that was, Jim invented that. He was the vendor to SkyBiz, and it was quite an amazing achievement. He was able to put a 6.5-minute video presentation on a 3.5-inch floppy disk for the first time, and they sold these websites. But at any rate, that was his beginning, and he's the guy who, Jim Moore, has been very successful at the very highest levels of network marketing for 30 years, and so he's the CEO and founder of the Tools Network.
Okay.
So, I can expand a little bit about here's the website for the Tools Network, and it was really founded to create tools, online tools, videos, lead generation, capture pages, kind of like, the old picks and shovels in the 49er days. And they have his company, one of his other companies, very successful in creating video presentations for many different companies and clients, online capture pages and different video systems that really went virally around the world. And then they decided, he and his partners, Mr. O.H. Brown, who's president of the Tools Network, and Jim Moore, and Robert Meacham, who's a creative genius in Salt Lake City, they decided to create their own destiny and launch the Tools Network on a very, very, very small basis about a year ago. And we have a unique compensation plan, and that kind of, that was the beginning. And of course, my relationship with Jim, we began to, to talk back and forth and look at different possibilities, and that's what kind of led up to the breakthrough flagship product we're going to talk about today, Casper, which is called BizPage Pro. It's a phenomenal new third-party application on Facebook that we're marketing around the world now.
Yes, I saw that. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. That's a very impressive looking page there.
So it was kind of exciting, actually the Tools Network originally started with its generic lead capture pages, and which get really high reviews, but I was really interested in social media and, where the world is heading. Of course, we showed a picture of Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, let's have a moment of silence.
Exactly.
What can you say about Facebook? And so about 6 months ago, I was actually sitting in my office here in San Diego one afternoon, on a Friday afternoon, and I got hit by an idea. It just came from the universe. It was what I refer to as working on the creative plane versus working on the competitive plane. And there's a lot of issues in our industry with, so much saturation and so on and so forth. But at any rate, I'm kind of an intuitive person, and I thought of this idea to make a Facebook fan page portal on Facebook, which this is what this is now, what you're looking at, that was a commissionable item, but to make it in certain ways that really created an exciting tool, something unique that was had never been done before. And so when I called Jim Moore, back at the CEO of the Tools Network, and told him my idea, basically he came unglued. And to know Jim and have him come unglued, he said that will go viral all over the world through Facebook, that idea. So that was pretty amazing. I felt like I had a spaceship over my head for about 3 days. And Casper, some ideas, they have legs and they have validity, and who knows where they come from. I mentioned I'm a musician, and we have a lot of different musicians using FaceBiz Pro now, and maybe in a minute we'll pull one of those sites up. But that was the beginning. We started with the Tools Network. They have 14 full-time programmers in Dover, Ohio, and they began to lay the foundation and look into the whole coding issues, and we quickly determined that we had something viable. We went to Silicon Valley, actually, and we hired one of the top Facebook software application development companies in the world, and paid them a lot of money to begin to develop BizPage Pro, and we launched it on the 15th of December, the first version.
That's fantastic. That's really fantastic. It's an impressive looking page and stuff, but I'm sure it's going to get a lot of it's going to get a lot of eyes on Facebook.
Well, Facebook has another side to it. Most people think the profile page and so on and so forth, their personal page, but companies are moving. I mean, a good example is Budweiser. I don't drink beer, but I mean, Budweiser was running ads at the Super Bowl recently, and on those ads saying they only have one website anymore. It's called facebook.com/Budweiser. So these are very powerful marketing tools and portals. What we've done is created a very affordable product. It's only $19.95 a month, $15 to be a Tools Network distributor or affiliate, or you don't have to build the downline, but you can use this tool, this BizPage Pro, for any company, and it's on your fan page or business page that we show you how to create. And the key to our software is that you can edit it on the fly. As you see, obviously, you can embed videos, you can change them, you can edit this as long as you're in good standing. Your subscription's paid for on a monthly basis, $19.95 a month. And that's not $1,995, that's just $19.95 a month.
Right.
And you have these custom sidebars both on your profile page and on your business page. And then you can link, if you scroll down just a little bit, you see all the links underneath here. These will take people off to, you can embed whatever. If you're a Herbalife distributor, or you're an AdZoo distributor, or if you have just a brick and mortar business, okay? And then we teach the art of social media. In Facebook, without getting in too deep into it, is really what I refer to as the 6 degrees of separation. You see these invite friends and share this. Those two buttons are called action buttons, and they're viral hooks that allow you to embed into Facebook and meet new people and share this concept, whatever business that you have. It could be a bakery or a natural food store or a realtor, or any direct sales company, or if you don't have a business, we'd say, hey, promote BizPage Pro, and that's what this site is. So it's really exciting, and this is the first version. We've worked out all the technical bugs. We have over 1,000 pages around the world, and that's something that it's really cool. A business model that's 100% electronic. We have a fantastic viral compensation plan, and getting better all the time. The company is really solid, and we're now launching version 2, which will be launched in 6 weeks, which is literally going to make this, what you're seeing here, look like a Volkswagen compared to a Ferrari.
Yeah. That's exciting. That's exciting for sure. Hey, what advice could you give our members when it comes to success in business? What have you found over the years to be the some key things to key in on?
Well, that is really a great question, and there's so many different aspects to it. But first and foremost, I think, is the personal growth issue. That when you become successful and you're building huge organizations and you're associated with a lot of really dynamic, incredible, hugely successful people that have accomplished, mind-boggling things, it's good to have a mentor and mentors to learn. And I was fortunate in that regard. New Skin has such a great culture. And there's no question that the millionaire training principles and habits and reference points and studying personal growth, great books, reading what other successful people have gone through and made mistakes, and learning things like Napoleon Hill, the Think and Grow Rich. In my personal case, I'm a big proponent of your belief system. You know, you have to have a very powerful belief system. We actually, from my perspective or worldview, we are the creators and co-creators of our own realities. And so if you don't have a powerful belief system, if you don't believe in your opportunity and you don't believe in yourself, you know, it's very difficult to be able to build large organizations and take ideas, for example, like the BizPage Pro, which is, you know, in its infancy, and we created this idea, we made it a reality, and now, I mean, it's getting great reviews, but now we have the challenge of getting, you know, 1 million people to use it.
Right.
You know, we have 1,000 now, so how do you get 1 million people? I mean, that's our goal, or even more around the world. There's 150 million network marketers on Facebook around the world today and growing in businesses. So you have to have a visionary kind of approach, you know, and the other thing is, you know, for me, is to be consistent. Most people just dabble in our industry, and it'll never work for you. You know, you have to be really committed, and you have to learn to understand the principles, habits, reference points of success. I mean, millionaires think like millionaires, and you'd probably be surprised if you could actually, you know, get a group of 100 millionaires together and be able to, like, just listen into their brains and listen to how they think, you know, because they think like millionaires. And so if you want to become a millionaire, you have to think like a millionaire.
Yep. Yep. I always say if you want to become healthy, study health. If you want to be wealthy, study wealth. You know, it's a it's as simple as that. Um, what are some final thoughts you had before we close out the interview?
Well, my thoughts are, you know, I really have been blessed, you know, with some tremendous opportunities in my life, and be able to capitalize and create teams and be with great companies, and you know, I think that the status of our economy and the world phenomenon, you know, that's happening around the world today with all of the, you know, struggle. I mean, we have now 21,000 people every single day in the United States, every day signing up in the home-based business arena for the very first time. And so, you know, my advice is to develop an attitude of gratitude and develop a strategy of helping other people. That's been the secret to my success. You know, if anyone, you know, if that helps somebody. I mean, for me, the key is working with a group of really great folks, and attract, you know, become the person that you wish to attract, okay? Become the person that you wish to attract and work on yourself. Our motto is, for things to get better, I have to get better, or nothing's ever going to get better. And for things to change in your life, you know, you're going to have to change, or nothing's going to change. I tell people, you know, the only guarantee I can ever give anyone is 5 years from today, you're going to be 5 years older than you are today. So if you don't like your financial condition today, and you don't do something to break the equation, you know, to change, if you don't do something, you're probably not going to like it 5 years from today either. And
Into that.
and so, you know, you can do it. I mean, everybody's got the potential inside themselves. The greatest loss in life is the difference between human potential and actual performance. So, you know, we all have this infinite potential within it, and you know, I encourage people to tap into that and to share that.
Well, I sure appreciate your time, Federico. A lot of great information. I know our members are going to get a lot from this interview, so I really appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and close out for now, but man, thank you for stopping by, and hopefully we can do a couple more.